Hey guys, it's ZD here, and I am super excited to be going over one of my favorite topics today, which is your relationship with money. This right here is the difference between you making shitloads of money, having a successful life, doing what you want to do, or you staying the same year on year, day by day, minute by minute, second by second. And I want to show you exactly what I do with my clients to make them understand how the world works, because how the world works has everything to do with how money works as well. Now, so many of us struggle with this thing called money. And do you know what? Most people say money doesn't make you happy. I agree, but it's a part of happiness. It's a form of happiness, just like relationships is a form of happiness. We need to master these areas of life. You know, there's three primary areas that every single human being must master or move towards, or there's going to be issues, right? If you don't work on your health, work on illnesses, because that's what's going to happen, right? So health is a must. Relationships. We're living in a world where relationships are a part of life, so you've got to master your relationships, whether it's intimate, family, friends, whatever. Otherwise, you're going to have a pretty miserable life. And number three is money. And I can tell you right now, so many of us are struggling with this area just because we don't know the game. And I'm not sure how much video content you've watched of mine, but you know I'm huge on the quantum physics of attracting things into your reality. And this is no longer Newtonian physics where it's based on what the physical world looks like. This is based on energy and understanding that we can put our intention on what we want. And if we hold it there for a period of time, guess what? We can influence matter and probability. What does that mean? We can attract better quality circumstances into our reality. Now, I want you guys to understand, when we're working on money, we have two bank accounts in life. We have two bank accounts, and this is what most people do. So, I just have one bank account. Now, we have a financial bank account, which is what most people focus on, right? It's their financial bank account. How do I go out in the market and make more money with finances? This is what people focus on. But we also have an emotional bank account. Emotional bank account is how you see the world around money, your emotions around money, the way, it's a different level of energy around that. But what most people do in life is their emotional bank account follows their financial bank account. Now, what does that mean? What happens when the financial bank account goes up? Oh my God, I feel amazing. Do you know what? I just got an amazing sale. I feel worthy and I feel deserving because we attach our self-worth and our net worth together. I'm feeling amazing. I'm abundant. I'm incredible. But then what happens when the financial bank account goes down? I'm a loser. I'm not good enough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this again. And then you have doubt, and then you have all this shit. But what you got to realize is it's the opposite way around. It's the financial bank account follows the emotional bank account. Outer world out there follows inner world. It's proven right now. We create our reality. And you know on my videos that I've talked so many times before, there's two different worlds we live in. There's the physical world, which is the financial bank account. It's what you can see with your 5 physical senses. And then we have the metaphysical world, which is your emotional bank account, your self-worth, how you show up to the world. And think about like there's two different worlds. One is more logical based, which is the physical world. It's got to make sense. Everything's got to make sense, right? You can't fully trust. Where this emotional has nothing to do with logic. Think about it. How do you know you love someone? If you're in a relationship right now, or you have a son or a daughter or a family member or a friend, how do you know you love someone? I just know. But there's no logical, it's because they kiss me this way. It's because it has nothing to do with that. Because this out here has nothing to do with logic, but the world is as powerful. And so many people are living their life like this. Like, how was the baby born inside of a mum's womb? Think about that for a second. You did nothing. It started off with a seed, and it just developed over time. That was a metaphysical paradigm. And then naturally over time, you'd see it in the physical world. But guess what? The baby did nothing. And the baby was getting done. How do you even understand that? How can you even? Because it's not meant to be logical. But what we do is we come into this world thinking, I just got to make money, I've got to make money, I've got to force these things. And then we go through school, because think about it, you come into the baby and you're using your imagination, which is your emotional bank account, or the metaphysical world. If you see, I have a son right now, and he does everything. He looks at something and he's like, it's a dinosaur, or it's something else, because he's activating his imagination. And we lose our imagination. We lose that creative flow that you can't measure through logic. And then what happens? We go to school. I'm not saying school's bad, but what do they teach? You got 20%. You You got 30%. You got 40%. You need to get 70 more percent to get 100%. And then we get trained to live in this logical world. And I'm not saying don't be aware of logic, because logic is important. You need to use both worlds simultaneously. But I need you to understand that this right here, if you want your financial bank account to go up, you need your emotional bank account to go up first. You need to start operating and bathing yourselves in abundance. Think about this statement. You cannot become wealthy until you are wealthy. Just sit on that for a second. You cannot become wealthy until you are wealthy. It's nothing out there, my friends. It's bathing yourselves every single day in abundance, that you are worthy, that you are deserving. That is what's going to raise your vibration, which is going to lead to your financial bank account growing up. How many coaches have you worked with before that have gone out there and said, we just got to work on sales, we just got to work on marketing? Logic. How far does that get you? Especially when your self-esteem's down here. Doesn't get you anywhere. So what we've got to do is we've got to work on this every single day. This is what I help people work on every day. And you've got to realize that every single thing in this universe that you're seeing right now, the mirror of life that you're getting back, is your previous thinking. What does that mean? Well, life right now is giving you back what you've put out, usually 6 to 8 weeks ago. So what we think about right now, we don't get straight away. We get over a period of time. Just like the gym. You don't go into the gym once and expect to change everything. Let's just say, for instance, you're overweight. Let's just say it's the same thing as being broke, right? What we need to change first is your mindset around it. But if you start going to the gym and you start training and exercising and running and doing whatever you need to, within a week, is your body going to change? No. Why? Because there's a time delay. There's a time delay. It takes time for things to change, especially in this physical world that we're living in. Why? Because this physical world is a slow, vibrational matter reality. Things happen by Newtonian law. Things are slow. But what is the opposite world? The metaphysical, things happen instantaneously, faster than the speed of light, as Einstein said. So what does that mean? If I close my eyes right now, I can be wherever I want to be in the world. I'm in Hawaii right now. I'm in France right now. My body and mind believe it, because the metaphysical world is an instantaneous reality. But why is it when I open up my eyes, I'm actually still here? I'm not in France, I'm not in Hawaii. But what we've got to do over time is we've got to place that thought in our mind into the metaphysical, which is the emotional bank account, the metaphysical world. And we need to start placing that I am abundance, that I am this. And you're going to open up your eyes and your finances isn't going to change straight away. But over a period of time, it has to. It has to change. Because it's going from the metaphysical, which is a fast vibrational world, and if I hold the visualization of feeling abundant, attracting more money into my life, having the dream body, having the dream, whatever you're wanting to manifest, and I hold it for long enough, and I don't get dictated or conditioned by the mirror that I see. It's like I'm not in Hawaii right now, but I literally feel like I'm in Hawaii. I buy into that reality. And it's what they call in quantum physics, the quantum, which is metaphysical, to Newtonian. Newtonian is physical, the quantum to Newtonian transition point. So whenever I work with someone, I get them to start visualizing what they want and doing that. I don't say, don't get dictated by the mirror. The mirror is going to be your previous thinking. But if you can hold inside your head, I am abundant, I love my life and I'm enjoying it, what has to show up physically over a period of time is that what you are seeking. That's what you're putting attention on. What you're conditioning your mind to be. If you're conditioning your mind to be abundant, the only thing that you're going to start attracting, the mirror is going to change over time to abundance. And it'll go from the quantum to Newtonian. So we don't get what we want straight away. We get what we focus on if you hold it there within 6 to 8 weeks. Just like if you went into a gym, like I said before. If you went into a gym, you went to a personal trainer, and you said, hey, how long is it going to take for me to start seeing evidence in the physical world? They'll say 6 to 8 weeks, right? Any personal trainer watching this would be like, yeah, 6 to 8 weeks I can start changing someone's body. You'll start seeing evidence. If I went to a personal trainer, I didn't see results within 6 to 8 weeks, I'd be confused. Because of course it's going to happen. But that same analogy needs to be with this. That same has to be with this. When you visualize what you want, when you're living your life in abundance, you're operating from that and you're operating from this gratitude and you're seeing your income go up. You're seeing and you're starting to see from the inside, the outside over time is going to change. Within 6 to 8 weeks, you'll start seeing evidence. You'll start getting opportunities. Now, if you wanted to make $1 million and you've never made $1 million before and you haven't even made 50,000, Well, $1 million isn't going to happen in 6 to 8 weeks, but you'll start seeing evidence. You'll have opportunities, people that you'll meet. Things will start getting attracted to you. Look at the same analogy as like going to the gym. If you go to a gym, and let's just say you train, and you've just started training, you're going to be sore the next day, but when you get out of that gym, are you doubting the process that your body's changing? Do you go, oh my God, I hope my arms grow. I hope my legs start to grow. No, you know it's going to happen over time. Why? Because it's a rule set to the game of life. If you start exercising, you start eating healthy, your body will change. But that's the same analogy. Imagine you're going to the internal gym and you start visualizing abundance. You visualize money coming to you. And you don't get dictated by it. You would go, finish the meditation, and you'd be like, I know it's coming. You wouldn't doubt and say my physical world isn't changing. Same thing as my body isn't changing straight away. It's the same thing. But if you understand there's a quantum to Newtonian transition point, and you live by that, and you know it's coming, you know the money's coming in, you know the abundance is going to follow, you don't doubt anymore. You don't live your life in doubt. Doubt is the biggest killer of manifestations. But I'm saying to you right now, when you understand that you are the creator of what you're seeing right now in your life, your bank account isn't growing, is because your emotional bank account isn't growing. You might get lucky, and you might get really super lucky, and you're like, oh my God, I just got an amazing amount of money from someone else. Someone paid me 5K, 10K, whatever. But the reality is you'll probably lose that money over a period of time unless you change and raise this financial bank account. Most people are literally in a cup. They're scraping from the bottom of the cup, thinking that, oh my God, I just want to make more money. And they're focusing all their attention on the financial bank account. I should make more money. What if you stopped going into the market trying to make more, and you started going in here and started realizing I need to create more? I create money. I create opportunities. And you started realizing that you are the creator of your reality. You're not the reactor of your reality. Saying, I need to go do this, I need to go do this. I'm saying to you right now, this took me so long to understand, but my business completely changed. Think about it. I was a broke, struggling coach in debt. And I turned my whole finances around in a short period of time, became a multi-millionaire without spending a cent on advertising, by understanding that I needed to spend the majority of my time on the emotional bank account and the limited amount of time on the financial bank account. And as soon as I started feeling worthy and deserving, and I was operating, and I knew I was a person of value, guess what started to raise? This right here. People just feel like I'm a pleaser, I'm a loser, I don't know why I'm not getting sales. You know, I'm pleasing all the time, I'm trying to be too nice. This is the nice people. But this, when you build a solid foundation, the finances will raise. It has to. Why? It's a law of the universe. You can't go against the laws of the universe. I'll jump off the building. Sorry, law of gravity is going to take me down. There's a law of the universe that everything in this universe is energy. Law of vibration. What does that mean? I can influence matter through my thoughts. Because all thoughts have a wave to it. And if everything in this physical world that I want, the money that I want, is only energy, all I need to do is get energetically aligned with what I want, feel gratitude, operate on that tuning fork. Like, think about it. If you know music harmonics, if you have a tuning fork here, and there's a tuning fork way in the distance, why is it when I hit this tuning fork, that one goes off at the same time, didn't touch it? Because they're in sync, they're in resonance. I'm saying to you, what is you broadcasting right now? Are you broadcasting scarcity? And no wonder you keep attracting scarcity, because what? The scarcity is going to attract another scarcity in the physical world, and it's going to pull it towards you. But what if you could start changing it and start operating on abundance, bathing yourselves 4, 6, to 8 weeks. So it's the quantum to Newtonian transition point, and then there's a shift that happens. I've raised this, and then this starts to raise. Because I'm operating on abundance, and the only thing that I can see, because I'm on a frequency, which is levels of vibration, if I'm operating on abundance, the only thing that's going to show up out there is abundance. Guys, I'm going to go in deeper on money stuff. This is like the opening doorway to it. I know you would have got value from this. Comment your biggest learnings, like, subscribe on this video, and guys, have an incredible day. If you need some help with our coaching, I have a full team that can help you walk through money stuff. Please comment below, reach out to us. Have an incredible day, and I'll talk to you all very soon.